Alrighty, say hey everyone. Welcome into another edition of Say Hey Plays. My name is Jose Bouquett. Nice to see everyone jumping in the chat bright and early on a Saturday? Yeah, Saturday morning. Getting my days all getting mixed up here, but nice to see everyone early in the chat here. We are Say Hey Plays. Daby Cab hopefully will be joining us here shortly, trying to get some stuff in order in his household. But it is, like I said, nice to see you guys early in the chat here. We have a few chat guys jumping in here early. This is Say Hey Plays. We do call-ins on Saturday mornings here, and we're gonna knock one out here real quick because he has action. It is not baseball action, so we'll just knock it out here right off the top. It's our guy Gorky jumping into the show. Gorky, thanks for jumping in here. You have action starting apparently right now, so go take it away.
Arlington Renegades, team total over 23.5.
Okay, beautiful. Who are they playing?
Memphis Showboats.
Okay, there you go. Memphis Showboats. And anything else here about to start soon?
Not really. I'll be back if you let me in for hockey later, but that's not until 8 o'clock tonight.
Oh, well, just go ahead and give us your hockey right now. If you have no baseball, we'll take that hockey right now then.
Florida Panthers win easy. Take them on the money line though. Take two games on the money line. They play the next two games at home. Carolina's about to get swept.
Okay, beautiful. What price is that right now? I haven't looked.
I have no idea. It's 1.60 on whatever you call it.
Oh yeah, on decimal odds there.
Yes,
So, all right, beautiful. I have
European
right now, just to
odds,
let you guys know, I have minus 145 Panthers there as well. So shout out to you there, Gorky. All right, beautiful.
But
Gorky,
go
ahead.
One thing you should be a little bit careful on. Sam Reinhart is questionable to play, but it is the playoffs. One thing about hockey is that hockey players play with dislocated shoulders, everything. It's not like the NBA where his finger hurts and he doesn't play 17 games. So it's hockey, it's the playoffs. All hands on deck. Let's go. Guys, get some money today. Good luck to everybody. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go, Gorky. It's nice to see you as always, my man. Thank you for dropping by here. Great way to start the program with our guy Gorky jumping in here. So shout out to him. Beautiful start to the day. Let's get after it here and let's bring on a second guy as we start talking about the baseball games here. And we start with the Red Sox game 1 here of the doubleheader. Doubleheader got canceled yesterday. They win game 1. I was on the Orioles. Very frustrating, but whatever. Orioles bullpen collapse. Should have been a first 5 bet. I mean, the Orioles bullpen has been bad before, so whatever. But Red Sox winning a 13-run 8th inning yesterday was crazy to see. But let's bring on a special guest here to help me break this game down. He's in the chat every day. We appreciate him as well. It's our guy Stacks, Justin McKelvey, joining the program.
Stacks.
Justin, my man, nice to see you on the program. How are you, my dude?
Extremely tired.
I understand that. I'm right there with you. You just partying all night, working hard?
Yeah. No, I went to the I like to go to games, home games for Skeens Day.
Yeah, that motherfucker. I was extremely pissed off about that as I was on the Milwaukee Brewers.
That was my words exactly. You motherfucker.
Oh God, I was disappointed. Disappointed in the ending of that game. I thought we had it, and then O'Neal Cruz sending that ball to Narnia hurt my feelings. But let's talk about today, Justin. Go ahead.
That's why I wasn't that mad, because I had Cruz for RBI and bases, so it made up for it.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I don't blame you, my man. That was a good bet right there. But I was pissed. But we move on to today. Red Sox Orioles. I've seen some cappers betting the Orioles in on Twitter, I should say, not even in the chat here. But let's talk about Daby versus Zach Eflin here. Eflin, 5 1/3, 10 hits, 8 earned runs on 4 home runs against the Washington Nationals in his last appearance on the 18th at the Angels. 5 innings, 5 hits, 2 earned runs as well before that. Angels hot ball club apparently got me in the bottom half last night as well. 4 2/3, 5 hits, 1 earned run against the New York Mets, Hunter Dobbins, and he is a rookie pitcher. His first 6 starts in the major leagues, all pretty decent. Had 1 bad outing, 5 innings, 5 earned runs against Detroit, allegedly the best team in baseball right now. But he's been a very solid starter for the Red Sox, and I've had general confidence when he is on the mound here. Market in this game, Justin, I'm going to quickly talk about this, and I'll pass it off to you. We have 51% of the bets, 71% of the money on the Boston Red Sox, 62% of the bets on the under, 86% of the money on the over here. This line for the total, and I'm going to give my shit a refresh here real quick just to make sure we have updated numbers. I see a 9.5 where we used to play poker. It opened up at -116 there. Now it is -128. Penny has the 9.5 opener. It is now a 9 -111 to the over there. And as for the money line here, has not moved really. I see Penny flipped the line on BOL. They have -108 opener. It's still there now. Penny has flipped this line to Baltimore Orioles being favored here again. The market is seemingly saying the Orioles are live in this game. It is a little frustrating because I feel like I should bet the Orioles again, but yet they got me last night, and it was a very frustrating turn of events. Justin, what do you think about this game? What is your action in it?
I think it's funny that I don't have a side, but I think it's funny that the line's moving to the Orioles. I did have them as a player today, a few days ago, and they cashed, but betting on the Orioles is a scary bet. I got 2 official plays for the show. One of them is a stacks play today. I got Rafael Devers over 1.5 bases plus 114. I love him against Eflin. I personally think Eflin sucked. I like his numbers when going back to Eflin when he was with the Rays for him and Devers. So I just like Devers in the spot. He's hot. He had 2 home runs yesterday. Something crazy like 8 RBIs or 6 RBIs.
Yeah.
So he's swinging a hot bat. I like him. The stacks play day number 1. Rafael Devers over 1.5 bases. And a second play for this game, it's official, is the Boston Red Sox over 4.5 team total -109. I just, like I said, I don't like Eflin as a fly ball pitcher. I just think it's all bad for him. I don't see how this if this game stays under, then I feel bad for Orioles bettors because I'm 0 for 3 making stacks in 2 plays in stacks, but I wanted to make the Red Sox team total and Devers both of my stacks. But I didn't. But I'll make it official play. Boston Red Sox team total over 4.5 -109.
All right. Well, beautiful work there. I'm going to stay off. I'm going to regret not betting Orioles first 5 here, I'm sure.
You don't have nothing official in this game?
No, nothing official in this game. No, I don't believe so. Unless you're saying I do and I'm forgetting something, Justin.
No, it was a sincere question.
No, I know I don't.
Okay.
I have 5
I'm always
games
chasing
officially
action,
bet.
so.
Yeah, I do lean Orioles. I mean, the market's saying Orioles, and you guys all know how I cap. I'm primarily a market capper. I believe in the market. I put my money in the hands of the market. Is it fun? No. Do I enjoy it all the time? Absolutely not. Did I enjoy watching the Orioles get smacked in the mouth last night? No. But I feels like I should have just bet at first 5 and just avoid this bullpen. So I'm thinking about betting first 5 here? Yeah, but ultimately I'm going to stay off here. So no action for me here, Justin. Thank you for coming in here. And I love both of your bets in there. Anything else you want to give out while you're on here?
No, because I'll be back for the Blue Jays game. I got a stacks play today number 2, and then I got a WNBA bonus bet. I'll get that when I come back on for the Toronto game.
All right, beautiful. Sounds good. Then we'll see you in a bit then.
All right.
Beautiful. Justin McKelvey joining us. Let's talk game 2 of this doubleheader. A little bit difficult because Lucas Giolito again pushed back, hoping that he pitches here today against who knows what Charlie Morton maybe for the Orioles here in game 2. If it is indeed Charlie Morton versus Lucas Giolito, I am very curious to see what this total will be. I would expect it to be 10. If it was like a 9.5, 9, I'd bet the over. And I expect the line to be with Charlie Morton versus Giolito, like minus 130 Red Sox probably. So that'll be my prediction and guess. And if it's any higher, we'll see how it goes. But no action, obviously, for me. I don't have a line listed. But yes, AM in the chat saying you can bet the over comfortably in this game and earn in the series. And, that's what it is. But let's go on and let's move on to Royals, Minnesota Twins, Michael Walker versus Zebby Matthews. Zebby Matthews back in our lives here, showing off the Minnesota Twins, showing off there's good starting pitching depth because he was not even like in the majors last year almost. And he made 9 starts last year in the majors. So he's a solid quality pitcher, I believe, as well. He came up in his first start here on the 18th, gave up 4 earned runs and 3 innings against the Milwaukee Brewers. The start I remember because I forgot who was on. I think it was Spoons or Wine Time. I'm now mixing them in, obviously, in my head. Shout out to them and their new show on Sundays. But he had a rough first outing, but I generally still believe in Zebby Matthews versus Michael Wacha on the bump here. Wacha. It's very interesting to see how he's continued his career. I always think of Michael Wacha from the 2013 World Series, and it's crazy he's still pitching in 2025 here. 5 innings, 8 hits, 1 earned run. St. Louis last time out for Michael Wacha. 6 1/3, 8 hits, 2 earned runs at Houston last time out for the Michael Wacha. The total here opened up at an 8 at BOL. It is now a 7.5. It was an 8 juice to the over here. Fascinating stuff. Penny also opened this 8 minus 106 each way and is now a 7.5 here. So there must be big bets on the under in this game. Minus 115 opener here. It is now minus 120, minus 119. Penny opened this up at minus 119, opened up there, and now minus 121. Market in this game, we've got 59% of the bets, 74% of the money on Kansas City, and 93% of the bets, 90% of the money on the under in this game. So unsurprising there. I'd probably lean here again, Minnesota with Zebby. A lot of bets and money on the Royals there, and the line really has not moved. But we'll see what this under does. All that money on the under, the line at least moving in that way makes it feel like, feels like it's the right side. So no action here for me. Let's keep it rolling here. And I'm going to shout you guys out in the chat here in a second. Just want to burn through some games here, get some breakdowns in, and get some action. And if you guys do follow me on Twitter at Jose Bouquett, you guys will know I have 5 bets in for today here already. So let's get going here. It's going to be a fun one. And here's my, I guess this is my first bet here because I haven't talked about any other ones. So first bet of the day, St. Louis Cardinals versus the Arizona Diamondbacks. Matthew Liberatore is quickly becoming the pitcher that I find most fascinating from a line setting standpoint. I think they always set his lines very, interestingly. Maybe trying to tell us that he's better than people think because, general consensus on him, he's a generally bad or just kind of a meh pitcher. But the fact that he's favored, and maybe it's a reflection of the Cardinals who've been playing well and are the best team defense, in baseball right now. But the fact they're favored with him on the bump over Merle Kelly was a red flag sus sign for me. Maybe look more into it. We've got market here. We've got 50% of the bets going each way on the money line, on the money line, and 73% of the money is on the St. Louis Cardinals here. So big bets on them here. This line opened up at minus 110 at Penny. This opened up at minus 111. It's up to minus 119, minus 120. And I just think that's very sus line that they would make them favorites here. 8 total opener, now down to a 7.5. Penny opened this up. Yep, 8 minus 105, and that is now minus 109. Excuse me, to the under there. There is 93% of the bets and 93% of the money just changed right as I was talking about it has gone to the under in this game. So, excuse me, I looked at the wrong game there. I was looking at the last game. The Matthews start a little less money. 70% of the bets are on the under. 70% of the bets, 89% of the money. Excuse me, I'm all mixed up with my numbers here. But yeah, 70% of the bets, 89% of the money on the under in this game as well. So I could see again more under money, more under bets. But I'm on the Cardinals here. I think this is a sus line moving towards them here. So I moved on that game here. Nice to see everyone in the chat. I also first glance I leaned over at this game. I just ended up on the Cardinals instead, but the first glance I leaned over. Ron Lofton saying Diamondbacks first 5, can't trust their pen. That's kind of what I'm hoping for, Ron, while I'm betting them full game. The Cardinals are here. Jason Meyer, my guy, nice to see you here. Diamondbacks money line for wine time. I hate that I'm going up against you there. Nice to see my guy TC in the chat here as well here. Shout out to you, my guy. And nice to see Joey DFS and just my 2 cents in here as well. Brett C in the chat here as well. Shout out to you, Brett. Nice to see you. We are live on Love You Hard TV today as well as Pub Sports Radio. So nice to see you. Love You Hard TV guys jumping in here early on a Saturday morning. Thank you, Brett. I did give out the Edmonton Oilers, and I went 2-1 on Love You Hard TV, which is kind of nice. Now I'm 5-4, up like 1.5 units on the show. So not bad. Not too bad at all. But we roll on here. Long season in baseball right now, and let's keep talking about it. Milwaukee Brewers, Pittsburgh Pirates, Quinn Priester versus Mitch Keller. And this is another game I have moved on here, and let's talk about the market in this game here. But we have a guy for a short amount of time, so we'll derail here and let's get him in here. He's gonna slander baseball, but don't listen to him. Don't listen to him. It's the one, the only Kong's Clips joining us for a little bit. Kongs, my man, fire away. We appreciate you stowing away in here for a little bit. It's nice to see you. How are you? And like I said, fire away. I know you're in short time here. Well, we have you a little laggy and you're muted here, so we can't hear you. Oh, there we go. Unmuted. There, that's progress.
Good to go.
Yes, I can hear you now, Kongs.
Shout out to the chat, bro. All right. Quick time here. I'm at my daughter's graduation party, so I got to be quick. I'm on OKC tonight, minus 2.5, minus 114. They're just too much for Minnesota, man. I think they sweep. If not, they get it done in 5. I'm on OKC alternate spread tonight, minus 9.5, plus 205. I just think the value's there. If they're going to win, they're going to blow them out. I'm on the Florida Panthers in regulation at plus 110. The Florida's too big for Carolina, bro. Carolina's having trouble moving the puck. They're having trouble getting shots on goal. Florida's the better team, and they're at home tonight. Give me Florida in regulation at plus 110. And I'm on Carolina Hurricanes team total under 2.5, minus 118. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Hit the motherfucking like button. Love you guys. Kong, I'm out.
There we go. Beautiful work by Kong's Clips. Congratulations to your daughter. And let's get after it there. You guys better have your ears up when we're talking about these games. So let's keep it rolling here and let's talk about this game, and then I'll bring on another special guest here. But let's talk Milwaukee Brewers, Pittsburgh Pirates, because I have action on this game, and it is on the total in this game. 70. Oh, there we go. Got to hit my computer. 68% of the bets, 79% of the money on the under in this game, and we've gone from an 8 to a 7 and to an 8.5, and even seeing nines now on the board here. Quinn Priester, Mitch Keller, two pitchers that I generally do like. But just, I mean, that line movement is ridiculous here. I mean, look again, 68% of the bets, 79% of the money on the under in this game. We've gone from 8 to 9 here on the board here. So I locked in an 8.5 minus 120. Sure, don't love a juice total, but it's one of those things you guys got to get in before it gets to 9 here. Penny, who we consider one of the sharpest books on the land here, opened this up minus 112 to the under 8.5 here. Juice completely flipped. They still have the 8.5 minus 118 here. The rest of the books here showing nines. So a little worried. I would love to see Penny hit a 9 here, so hopefully soon. But yeah, I'm on the over in this game, and I love it here. Now let's bring on our next guest as we roll into our other games here. But let's bring him on. He was a great guy. Joined us last week, 2 weeks ago, I believe. Let's bring him on here. Our guy Robert Cherry joining us in here. Robert, my man, how goes it?
Back in the building, man. Always good to be with you, Jose.
Nice
I got a lot of nice plays lined up for today. I'm actually lined right up with you on that Pittsburgh. I got Pittsburgh money line. I got the Cardinals money line. I like the San Francisco Giants money line. I got the Yankees minus 1.5.
Of course.
Seattle money line. I like the Cubs money line. The Mets money line. Detroit money line, and then I got the New York Liberty money line for WNBA. I got OKC Thunder money line full game over the Timberwolves, and I got the Florida Panthers money line over Carolina.
Sheesh, you peppered the board. Is that all one parlay, Robert? Is that just that's that's a lottery ticket right there?
Fresh from the bookie, man. I call this the triple Lindy.
Okay, good. I'm glad. Well, when you get paid that out, just throw me 100 bones for you for that victory.
I got you.
That'd be nice.
I got you. You'll pay it back at the end of the season with that steak bet.
Robert, my man, it's nice to have you on the program. Is there anything else you want to give out here? I know you just gave out the whole board basically, but anything else you want to tell the people?
Nah, man, just coming soon. I'll be going live soon. Checking on my show, going. You already know I've been putting out some stuff on X. I don't know what's going on with X this morning. It was no updates.
Yeah, it's been all fucked up this morning. Yeah, it's been all fucked up for everyone. It's been a pain in the ass, Robert. Let me tell you that.
Yeah, but Lord allowed, I'll be able to put out some home run props, maybe some strikeout props. I got a couple of looks later on. I might tweet the plays out. I like Aaron Judge with a jack for today. And Kyle Schwarber, because he's due. His bat's been cold as of lately, so I expect him to show up.
All right, well, beautiful work there, Robert. I'm excited. Kyle Schwarber, who's been fucking dominating this whole year as well. Robert, I appreciate you for jumping on, my man. We'll see you very soon, all right?
All right, talk with y'all later, man. Shout out to Stacks, too.
Yeah, shout out to Justin McKelvey as well. We'll see him very shortly. Shout out to you, Robert. Thank you for jumping on here. We've got a lot of good names in the chat. Chat's starting to fill up. People starting to wake up here on a Saturday morning, and let's keep rolling. Giants Nationales here. You just heard Robert say he's on the Giants here. Kyle Harrison versus Jake Irvin. Kyle Harrison, former highly touted prospect, a very good lefty as well. Jake Irvin, a guy that I have had an infatuation for quite a while. I think he could be a very good pitcher. He is very Jekyll and Hyde. Harrison now, he's kind of turned into just the lefty in the bullpen. 1 inning, 2 innings of work this year so far in the majors. In the minors earlier in the season, he went 4 or 5 innings, 6 innings. So I do think he can pitch that amount today. I'm going to refresh RotoWire real quick, and there's no primary listed. So I'm expecting some Kyle Harrison for 5, innings here, seeing how he does here. Nationals against lefties, and let me refresh that leaderboard here as well so I can give you guys the most accurate data here. Washington Nationals against lefties this month. Interesting. 175 plate appearances, 109 weighted runs created plus, so not too bad for the Nationals here. Full season, the Washington Nationals have hit 84 weighted runs created plus. So that's very interesting here as well. So, I mean, I don't know. I'm just very interested to see how he does today, how long he goes. So I will be tuned into this game for that aspect. And it's not often I am very interested in Giants games here, as you guys know. 62% of the bets, 79% of the money. 62% of the bets on the Giants, 79% of the money on the Nationals here. So big bets on the Nationals, and the bookmakers have kind of laughed at those bets basically. This opened up minus 130-ish and is now minus 150. Penny opened this minus 133, now minus 149. With all that big bets on the Nationals here, which, I guess we're going to see the bad Jake Irvin today is what it feels like here. Jake Irvin, I'll quickly go over his start, and then we can keep it rolling here. Jake Irvin, his last start against the Orioles, 6 1/3, 5 hits, 2 earned runs, 6 Ks, 1 walk, 6 innings, 7 hits, 3 earned runs, 1 home run allowed, 2 walks, 1 K against the Atlanta Braves here. He's been generally good, more good than bad. So, like I said, he's a pitcher I like, but just not a pitcher I will be backing here today. So let's keep it rolling here. Let's keep it rolling to Cubs Reds here. Andrew Abbott versus Colin Ray. And I thought for a while, I thought the market was wrong. And I was like, wow, I guess the Cubs are going to end up losing. And then they explode in the second half of the game for all those runs. It was very interesting to watch. And I was glad that Jimmy the Bag and all you guys that bet the Cubs got your money there. Indeed. And it was an interesting. So I stayed off just trying to keep my units and volumes down. But yeah, I should have been on it, it seems like. But whatever. It doesn't really, I'm not going to really too worry about it. Cubs versus the White Sox last time out for Colin Ray. And he went 5 1/3, 4 hits, 1 earned run. And Ray versus the Miami Marlins, 6 2/3, 6 hits, 2 earned runs. So those are two very cushy starts. He's had 3 consecutive starts at home here. He went Giants 5 innings, 8 hits, 5 runs, 4 of them earned. So it wasn't very good at all there. So, I mean, it's going to be interesting. I will keep my eye on Colin Ray today because 3 consecutive home starts. They weren't all good, but the last 2 were good against 2 shitty teams. I'd be very interested in seeing what the Reds could do off of him today. Abbott, another highly touted lefty, a young lefty who's not as young as he used to be anymore, obviously, not 25. 5 innings shutout against Cleveland, 6 innings, 1 earned run against Chicago, 5 innings shutout against Atlanta. It's just been dominating, and he went 4 shutout innings against Seattle or St. Louis. I keep saying Seattle last time before that Atlanta start. So he's been on fire recently. Market in this game. Let's talk about it. Where is it? There we go. 56% of the bets and money on Chicago. Kind of thought it would be more, honestly. 61% of the bets on the under, but 71% of the money is on the over. Always interesting to see those big bets on the overs, especially because, I've noticed that wager and odds, typically it's seemingly more people bet unders, obviously compared to Action, where Action Network was just over 99 almost every game. So fascinating stuff there. On Cubs Reds here, we have minus 115 openers at BOL. Penny has minus 122. Interesting. Minus 122. Excuse me. Down to minus 107. Seems like Cincinnati is indeed live here. I'm not going to lie. This might be an addition for me. Total has gone from a 9. The juice has gone to 9, and it's seemingly going to 9.5 here. Penny opened this up at 9.5, juice to the under already, and everyone else, very interesting, have 9s. Cincinnati Reds might be an addition to my card here. I'm not 100% sure. Our guy Wine Time is on the Reds here. Okay, Wine Time says get on the Reds. Fine. I will get on the aforementioned Cincinnati Reds here. Reds for me, and sorry, this is the part of the program that can get a little boring when I just have to make bets live on air. Cincinnati Reds, full game. I will double check their bullpen real quick, but full game is going to be even money for me here. All right, yesterday they used basically everyone that wasn't their closer in Graham Ashcraft. Brent Suter, 35 pitches, probably not going today. Luis May, 23 pitches. I don't know if he goes today. Taylor Rogers, I get them all mixed up all the time. 10 pitches yesterday, and Ingabalt, 12, should be both available. Ashcraft and Pagan, who is closing games for the Reds now, both available. Pagan has not thrown in quite a while here. So as for the Cubs, Presley, 16 pitches yesterday. Brad Keller, 17, who is now the setup man for the Chicago Cubs, which is hilarious. Daniel Palencia didn't go. Those are the top 3 arms. Drew Pomeranz, 15 pitches yesterday. Chris Flexen pitching as well for the Cubs. Got 14 pitches, got the win yesterday. And Julian Merriweather, 32, probably not going today here. Cincinnati Reds, going to be on my card. Let me double check the first 5 numbers. -110 each way. First 5. I would love to see where that opened up here as well. Apologies again. I know this could be the boring portion of the program, but I'm very interested. Opened up -123 is now -110 each way. Wow. I'd love if you guys in the chat could just double check for me and make sure that is accurate. You guys have like -120 openers here. Because if that's the case, then I kind of want to just go first 5 full game, but I don't want to put too much action in. So I'll try to make a decision here quickly. Let's bring on another guest here. I'm sorry if I kept him waiting here. I've seen him chirping in the chat today, so I'm excited to see him jump on here. I'm excited to hear his action here. It is Big Scott joining the program. Big Scott, my man, you're muted just to let you know, but you're ready to jump on here.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yes, you sound beautiful, my man. Scott, nice to see you, my man. How are you? And what do you have to say here? What's your action?
Here, hold on.
We can hear you. Sorry, go ahead.
You can hear me?
Yes, you sound good.
All right, my bad, dude. I'm hearing you in the background. My fault.
No, you're fine. I understand that. Go ahead. Shoot. What's your action?
All right, well, under in the WNBA game, New York Liberty, under 173 is way too high.
Okay, beautiful. Under in the WNBA game. I've heard a few people talking about the WNBA game today, Liberty Fever. So that's going to be an interesting one. Under for you, Big Scott. I will write that down. What number did you get again? I'm sorry.
I seen it on score at 173 and a half.
173 and a half. Beautiful. Anything else? Any other action you want to shoot out here?
Hey, well, shit, it wouldn't be right. It wouldn't be okay if we came out here giving out, I don't know, Colorado Rockies plus 280, something like that, right? Let's go.
Yeah, well, Big Scott, you know I'm on it. I got a shittier line than you. I got plus 255, but I'm on it.
Yeah, no, I seen -320. I was like, oh no.
Yeah, you knew I was on it. That was one of the first things I knew I was betting this morning. I was like, fuck.
Hey, at least take the fucking spread. Excuse me.
I might have to because the Yankees suck so bad. But Big Scott, my man, I appreciate you jumping on here. Thank you for jumping in here. I'm sorry if I kept you waiting a little bit, but it's nice to see you. Thanks for jumping in here.
You too. Appreciate it.
Yes, of course. Thank you, my man, Big Scott. Thanks for jumping in. Grid, I love the new faces jumping into the chat and onto the screen here. If you guys don't see the link, it's pinned to the top of the chat here. Just scroll up. It should be right there. if you have action, click the link, join us. We'll get you on and give us your action for the day here. So shout out to you, Big Scott, and everyone else that has joined the program thus far. I am betting the Cincinnati Reds. I forgot that I was battling over a first 5 full game, honestly. And I would love to hear, again, I'd love to hear you guys in the chat which one you guys like more, first 5 or full game. Troy Torrance, shout out to you. By the way, great call on the Nationals-Giants game. You said it was going to be 0-0 in the 5th. Indeed, it was a 0-0 in the 5th inning. And I indeed pushed on my first 5 money line, so that was very funny to see. He says, take the under in St. Louis, Arizona today here. Well, I'm glad I did not take the over, Troy. I was looking at the over and I didn't move on it, so it's nice to see that I did not there. I'm on the St. Louis Cardinals money line, so hopefully the database says I am on the right side of history there. And I knew Troy was going to laugh at taking the Reds against his Cubs, obviously. So that's shout out to you there, Troy. But I guess I'll take full game and I'll just ride directly with wine time here. But I'll let you guys know officially what I have here in a second. Let's move on and let's talk about another game I've bet here. We've got Padres Braves here. And let's just jump right into the market and you guys will see why I've moved on this game. The market is kind of moving a bit, so more bets are coming in. 83% of the bets, 59% of the money is on the under in this game here. And we've gone from an 8.5 to a 9. So as you guys can probably predict, I am on the over in this game as well. I am on the over. Let me find it again. I thought I was on the over in this game. I believed I made a bet in this game. Excuse me. I was looking at the over. I was on the over in the Pirates Brewers game with the same market. Excuse me. I want to bet the over in this game is what I should be saying, I guess. But 59% of the bets on the under and the line moving up. 83% of the bets on the line's moving up. Interestingly enough, the same situation is kind of happening in the money line here as well. 53% of the bets, 71% of the money is on the Padres here. And this line opened up at minus 125 as I accidentally closed a page I wasn't trying to. This opened up at minus 115 where we used to play poker at as well. Penny opened this up at minus 119 San Diego Padres, and it is flipped from dog to favorite here to the Atlanta Braves. So I'm on the Braves minus 111, and that is why I ultimately didn't bet the over. I've kind of, trying to stay off of doubling up in games. I just kind of trying to make one decision or the other. And I ended up on the Braves money line instead. The flip to dog to favorite was enough to get me there. It seems like Michael King is vulnerable today as well. So maybe I should have bet like a Braves team total over as well to kind of put both of those bets and those line movements together. Braves team total right now, by the way, just to look at it. And what a fucking annoying pitching change that just was. There's a pitching change in the game later on, and we'll talk about it in a second. But Braves team total over 4.5 at plus 110 for me. If you could get a 3.5, probably super juice. But if you got something like that, that'd be very interesting as well. So let's keep rolling here. Let's talk about Seattle, Houston here. Big series in the AL West as it typically is. Brian Wu versus Framber Valdez, and more interesting line movements in this game. Brian Wu's been one of the better pitchers in baseball. Framber, I'm pretty certain this is a walk year for Framber, so don't be surprised if he got traded. He's been okay so far this year. Has not really been like dominant Framber, but 7 innings, 3 earned runs, 8 Ks, 1 walk, 8 innings, 1 earned run, 7 innings, 1 earned run, kind of finding himself recently is Framber Valdez. And you guys know I like him a lot. I think he's one of the better pitchers in baseball. And for example, if my Boston Red Sox traded for Framber, I would be pretty happy with that. On the other side, Brian Wu, Like I said, he is turning into one of the better pitchers in baseball. Kind of frustrates me that the Red Sox tried to trade for him. I hated the trade, and it turns out it should have been the right trade, or it was the right trade with Costas blowing out his knee, I guess. But Wu, 7 innings, 1 earned run against the Padres at the Padres, shutting down the Yankees, getting touched up a little bit at the A's, but, minor league park at Texas dominates them as well. So I tip my hat to Brian Wu, but the market in this game is fascinating, and we'll get to that right now. We've got openers of minus 128 at, BOL, minus 114 at Penny, and now it is even money both ways. And, Seattle looking to become the favorite here. There is 52% of the bets, 84% of the money is on the Houston Astros here. Oh, God. Let me see the bullpen situations here. If the bullpen situations are as dire as I hope they are for Houston, then I might be on the Seattle Mariners here. All right. So, bullpen situation. Guys that went yesterday, Sean Dubin, Bennett Sousa, Brian King, all through 10 pitches will probably be available today. Actually, Brian King went back-to-back, so I doubt he is, and so did Sean Dubin. So, those guys probably not available. I lie there. Josh Hader, 9 pitches, should be fine. But Brian Abreu, 27 pitches, a loss and a blown save yesterday. I don't think he goes today. Caleb Ort, Steven Okert, probably available, and Forrest Whitley through 33 pitches. 3 days ago now, so he's had 2 days of rest, so I wouldn't be surprised if he went. Forrest Whitley, San Antonio's own Forrest Whitley, so shout out to him. On the other side, we've got Seattle. Their bullpen pretty fresh. Andres Munoz, 7 pitches yesterday. Off day the day before, 16, throwing like an every other day kind of thing. I wonder if he's available. Matty Brash, 21 pitches. I don't know if he'll be available. Carlos Vargas, 9 pitches, probably available as well. What do you guys in the chat have to say about this one? I'm going to check right now, and I would love to see what you guys have to say. I'm leaning the Mariners here. Wine time on the Mariners. Mean wine time thinking on the both same side here today. That seems like it's a good sign typically. AM on the over 7.5 here. Let me know what you guys think as well. Sir Mackey likes Eugenio Suarez home run. Let me see here. He also likes Rhys Hoskins home run as well. So coin leans under in this game. Not much side action, it seems like, as well. Framber also going, gone. We for Wager Detective likes the over. Justin on Astros minus 115. God damn. Okay. For right now, I'm staying off, but it seems like Seattle is the spot there, personally. So I'll leave a question mark there, and I will come back to it tomorrow to see how that game went. Texas, Chicago White Sox here, and this is the game we had a pitching change in, and I had the White Sox first 5. It was very frustrating. I wanted Cannon, and it turns out it's Bryce Wilson now. I don't know if Billy Friedrich is in the chat, and I haven't seen why the pitching change happened. Maybe I'm in my ideal situation. Maybe Bryce Wilson's just opening up for him, and you see him Cannon coming in after, but it doesn't seem like that is the case here. So I'm just scrolling through Twitter here real quick to see if I can get any reason on Jonathan Cannon being out here. And the search bar for Twitter has been horrid recently, so we'll see. But yeah, pitching changes Bryce Wilson now. Excuse me. I'm not going to move on it now that the pitching changes happened. It's disappointing. The line was just plummeting towards the White Sox here. Opened up minus 180 with Jack Leiter. It was down to minus 150. I got it like minus 140 or something like that. And the first 5 line was minus 110. Or excuse me, minus 105. So I said, oh my God, I got to bet the White Sox here. But now the pitching change, I will stay off here. Chat, let me see if you guys have to say anything here. Lex Steele on Astros money line. Wine time on first 5 here as well. That pitching change is going to keep me off. Personally, AM likes the under in this game. Shout out to Big Show dropping a Cal Raleigh 2.5 bases or 2+ bases for sure. I like that. Cal Raleigh has been great as well. Spoons thinks this is a sneaky over as well. Okay. No action for me anymore in this game. Like I said, I had White Sox first 5, but pitching change knocks my bet out, unfortunately. There, maybe that bet is replaced by what was I thinking? The Seattle bet, or I think the Reds as well. I was thinking about as well, trying to figure out if I was going to bet the Reds. I need to figure that out as well. All right. Yankees, Rockies. Everyone knows what my bet is in this game. Minus 300. We fade them. I can go look right now real quick to see how the minus 300s have been doing this year. It's not been good, guys. I'll tell you that. So I'm looking. I think there's been 8 this year that I've bet. The last one lost. I'm 1-2 in the last 3. 1-4, 1-5, 1-6, 1-7, 1-8, 1-7. It seems like the first minus 300 win this year was May 16th, and there have been more than just these. These are just the ones I bet. But I'm on it again, guys. I'm on it, and it sucks. It sucks sometimes betting these. I know the Yankees lose yesterday, and it's super frustrating because the line seemed a little fishy and the whole thing, and we didn't move on it. But it does seem like the spot is again here to fade him. So we'll see. Jason Meyer with a $20 dono. Thank you, my guy Eldorado, saying for the Jose haircut fund. Shout out to the motherfucking chat. Shout out to you, Jason. Thank you for the dono, my man. And yeah, it is kind of getting to that point where I need a haircut, huh? It is kind of getting to that point. But Mally Malin here as well. Dougie Y saying don't do it. And Kyle Freeland, this is your spot again. This is your spot, my man. Come through, Kyle Freeland, and have that speech come to life and pitch well here for us. But yeah, I'm on the Rockies. I got plus 255 market in this game. Let's go to 89% of the bets, 90% of the money on the Yankees here, 70% of the bets, 87% of the money on the under. By the way, the spread, I know we don't really talk about plus 1.5, plus 2.5 as well here. Actually, I guess it doesn't change. The money percentages don't change on the spreads and such. But yeah, I'm on the Rockies here. I'm going to keep that breakdown nice and brief here. Let's keep rolling here. Toronto Blue Jays, Tampa Bay Rays, Jose Barrios, Shane Baz. 2 pitchers I've come, well, mainly talking about Barrios, come to respect and like in Barrios. He's gotten a lot better since the WBC. And Shane Baz has been a pitcher that's been highly talked about, highly touted, a guy that I've liked, and a guy that I've backed at several points throughout the years. Shane Baz, and he's coming back from an injury, I believe. This is his first year back from an injury now. Correct me if I'm wrong on that, guys. 6 innings, 5 earned runs. Last time out against Miami, against Toronto, at Toronto on the 13th. So about 11 days ago. 4 2/3, 3 earned runs at Toronto for him here. On Barrios, let's talk about what he did, because I'm sure he's faced Tampa Bay Rays this year as well. Tampa Bay in the 13th as well. So we're getting a little rematch here. 5 1/3, 5 hits, 5 earned runs on a home run, 4 Ks, 3 walks. His last start was against the best team in baseball, the Detroit Tigers. 6 innings, 8 hits, 2 earned runs. I mean, again, I believe in the zigzag theory when it comes to these semi-close starts. I believe both these guys have better starts. Does that mean I want to bet an under in this game? Not really. This total has gone juice to the under, and I'm seeing an 8.5 at penny. So respect to those people moving on the under. I can see why. 64% of the bets, 87% of the money on the under, 54% of the bets on the Rays, 69% of the money on the Toronto Blue Jays here. Let's bring him on here to give out his third stacks play of the day here. It's our guy, Justin McKelvey, joining us again. Justin, this is the third one, correct?
Third play, but not third stacks.
Oh, this is a third play. Well, beautiful, Justin. Shoot
that
for us.
That Red Sox team total over is not stacks.
Okay, just
Devers. It's official play, though.
Okay, beautiful.
Yeah, Devers.
What do you have in this one?
Stacks play today, number 2. I got Vladdy over 1.5 bases, minus 105. I love this play. I don't understand why everybody's on the under. I think the wind is blowing out. I love Vladdy. I think Bass sucks just like Eflin. I don't see how I don't sweep both of these stacks.
Well, Vladdy, I just looked up 10 at-bats, 4 hits, so 400 batting average for all the people at home. RBI, 2 strikeouts for him there. All right, well, beautiful. I like stacks here, over 1.5 bases for old Vladdy Jr. And you had a bonus stacks for us, correct?
I do. I got my homie. I don't know if y'all know him or not, but my homie GLB Betts. He be capping by data and all that stuff that's beyond me that I don't understand or know how to do. But his systems is 3-0 in the WNBA this year, and I took. He got a system on the Dallas Wings, and the spread is plus 6.5. But what I always do is lower it to get better odds because the system is got a successful hit rate. So I took the bonus play would be Dallas Wings plus 6 at minus 105. If you're not comfortable, you could get way better number. I think Fanatics got 7.5. Y'all know how I bet. I try to get plus money. So, but bonus bet Dallas Wings come on 3:00 WNBA plus 6. Shout out GLB Bets. It's his system play, undefeated this year so far in W.
Yeah, I need his ass to come on Saturdays as well.
And it was also he had Suns yesterday plus 16.
All right, well, beautiful.
Yeah, okay, trying to get him to come on. He'd be busy. He about to be a father, so he got a lot of shit going on.
Yeah, I can only imagine. All right, well, beautiful.
Yeah, I did all that. I did all that years ago.
It's beautiful, Justin. I appreciate you for jumping on, my man. Thank you as always. Thanks for being in the chat every day. Where can the people follow you? And I know you're doing your own kind of shows as well.
Yeah, me, GLB Bets and Dimes, dropping Dimes in case y'all don't know. We do a show once a week, sometimes twice a week. We post plays. We're trying to get better on it, but with both of them working, like as far as punching the clock 9 to 5, and I'm the only one who's not working, and I don't know how to run StreamYard. They want me to do it by myself, and I don't know how to do any of that shit. So
yeah,
until in summertime, Don's will be better because he'll be off in the summertime. So we're gonna do better. We're gonna start posting, but that's where you can find me. You can find me at Twitter. I don't know my Twitter because it's not something I care about. But
yes, you can find him on Twitter, but you really have to go find him somehow.
I'm easier to be found on Pub Sports than Twitter.
That's beautiful. Justin, I appreciate you for jumping on here. Thanks for jumping on and giving your stacks. And thanks for always being in the chat, my man.
Thanks for having me.
Beautiful work. Justin McKelvey jumping on for stacks play today here. Next game at Cleveland, Detroit. The only game we got right yesterday, unfortunately, when it came to baseball. It was a frustrating day in baseball. I had a great day earlier in the week, swept the board, then almost got reverse swept yesterday. It was a tough one, but we're going to battle through it. It's a long season. We're down like a little under a unit right now for the baseball season, down 0.77, I believe it was, units for the season. So battle back here starts today, and it's going to be a full grind. But Guardians Tigers here. I told you guys, or I've been saying, I should say, this show, the Tigers are the best team in baseball, and they have the best record in baseball. So if they crown their heads here, I have very interesting. I have no pitcher for the Detroit Tigers here. Let me double check here. I thought it was Casey Mize, but my wager doesn't have Casey Mize here. Do you guys still have Casey Mize on your books? I'd love to see that. And it does not seem like this game is listed for me either. So it seems like we're not getting Casey Mize here as well. This is Casey Mize's first start back, Spoons is saying. So maybe they just haven't officially announced Mize. Oh, and Spoon's saying that Detroit may use an opener. That's why this line's not available. Okay. Well, I didn't have any plans to bet this game. There's no market in this game, and I have no odds in this game, or no market or odds. So I'm going to just quickly step over this one, and we can move on here. Minus 150, though, a little steep, I will admit, for the Tigers here. So I'd lean Guardians, but still no action here for me. And Wager Detective on the Guardians as well, or likes the Guardians as well today. So shout out to you, Wager. But no action for me here. Let's go to Dodgers Mets, and let's hear from someone that's been waiting in the wings here for a little bit. I thank you for your patience. Our guy Gorky joining us again here. Gorky, thanks for jumping in here. What do you have in this game? I'm very interested to see what your action is.
Just a point. I still have Mize listed for the previous game, so he'll probably, if he doesn't start, he'll probably be the, how they call it, bulk man or whatever the hell it is.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah, it's weird that they don't have him listed. So yeah, it definitely might be a opener situation. But go ahead. Sorry.
Anyways, for tonight on the Dodgers game, I really like this spot for the Dodgers. I haven't moved on it yet, but especially if this delayed UFL game ends before 7 o'clock. It hasn't started yet, but if it ends before 7 o'clock, I'm taking that money that I'm gonna cash and put it on the Dodgers. I think it's a good spot for them. Also tomorrow, that's gonna be the primetime game that we are on for. It's Kodai Senga Day. Fade Kodai Senga.
Oh, so you already got the fade going on here.
3 times I've tried Kodai Senga. Kodai Senga is not that ace pitcher that he was touted to be. So we'll see what happens.
Who's the Dodgers pitchers tomorrow? Do you know?
Let me check.
Yeah, I haven't looked yet. You know, Gorky, you just broke the news to me that this is the Sunday Night Baseball game. I hadn't even looked yet as well.
It is. Just a sec.
It's Gonsolin today, obviously.
Gonsolin today and tomorrow. Knack.
Oh, Landon Knack. Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe you're gonna get plus money for the Dodgers tomorrow.
Well, you're gonna get plus money both today and tomorrow. Gonsolin is giving plus money as well.
Yeah, I mean and that's a little surprising to see plus money with Tony Gonsolin at the bump. I know he's not that good, but it is a little surprising. There is 55% of the bets, 78% of the money on the Dodgers here today, so it does feel like a bit of a public underdog, and the money and the line, going towards the Mets here. I'm going to give my site here another refresh.
Fine.
Yeah, the line moving towards the Mets admittedly has me a little interested in the Mets today here, Gorky.
All right.
I would love to see, like, in my opinion, this line should be flipped. It should probably be minus 120 Dodgers here.
Hey,
and
man,
it feels like they're getting the money they're giving plus money so everyone bets the Dodgers.
But you know what? That's that's the greatness of baseball. They play it
Yeah.
every day, and sometimes the book doesn't get the number right, and so
100%.
that's when you can try to do crazy stuff like take the Dodgers at plus money
Yeah, because if you keep betting the Dodgers at plus money at the end of the season, you're going to be up because of how good the Dodgers are.
because at some point the Dodgers are gonna become the Dodgers, and the book isn't gonna catch up fast enough.
Okay, that's fair. All right, well, beautiful, Gorky. Did you have any more action you want to give out?
No, sir, not to, tomorrow. EuroLeague. I think Monaco is going to beat Fenerbahce, but yesterday both dogs won, so I got fucking cooked. Yeah.
Do you bet the Premier League, Gorky? You gonna bet anything on Sunday?
Soccer for me. I should be betting it, but to be honest with you, I like true outcomes. I hate sports with ties in them,
Yeah.
and so this is why I only bet international soccer breaks or football or whatever you want to call it. Since
Yeah.
we're in North America, it's soccer or whatever. But yeah, I like true outcomes. I like winners and losers. I hate the tie. So fuck soccer all day for when it comes to investing my money on it.
Okay, fair enough. Well, beautiful, Gorky. I appreciate you, my man. Thank you for jumping on here today. You've been a staple on these Saturdays, and I appreciate it very much.
Just one last point on the
Please.
Hurricanes game. Pyotr Kochetkov was just announced as their goaltender for tonight. So do with that information what you will, chat.
It was Anderson the games before, correct?
Yes, sir. He's been the number one all the way through the season, but he's been struggling. Like he can't stop a beach ball right now with with his pads. So it is what it is.
Okay, well, beautiful. That's a good break. That's a good breaking news there because you know how those hockey goalies are.
I like the Florida Panthers, like I said, to sweep. And let's do this thing.
Let's do this thing, Gorky. I appreciate you. Thank you for coming on, my man. It's always great to have Gorky on here. And like I said, he's a staple on these Saturdays. So shout out to Gorky, my guy. Let's roll on here. I'm going to move on the Metropolitans. I'm going to figure that out here in a second. I have 3 bets that it looks like I might be adding onto my card. I lost one with the White Sox, but whew, God, it's going to be very interesting here. So let's roll on here. Philadelphia, Oakland A's here. Jeffrey Springs, Christopher Sanchez. Jeffrey Springs, I guess I should have hoped he pitched yesterday because Jacob Lopez, he didn't pitch bad, but it was not a winning bet here. Sanchez on the other side, a good lefty. I like the A's and the Phillies, I guess, both still on their winning and losing streaks respectively. But the market's kind of saying that the A's are live here today. 63% of the bets, 83% of the money on the Philadelphia Phillies here. This line opened up -1. Let's see here. I'm going to check Penny. -169. Now down to -165. Where we used to play poker, same thing, -165. Now it's -170 there. So that's a little interesting. But yeah, Penny moves it down 5 cents. I was hoping that Springs would pitch yesterday. Let's check out both these teams against lefties. A's against lefties, 12th, 104 weighted runs created plus, while the Phillies, I can't find them, are 3rd. I was looking in the wrong spot. I was looking at the bottom. 3rd this month, 255 weighted or 255 plate appearances, 140 weighted runs created plus. And by the way, David Peterson, I forgot to mention, David Peterson is a lefty, so this might keep me off the Mets. He's a lefty, and the best team against lefties this month, the Los Angeles Dodgers, 178 plate appearances, 160 weighted runs created plus against lefties. that'll have to be accounted for sure. But for this game, I'm going to stay off. I ultimately just, losing on the A's yesterday was a little frustrating. And I lost on both these last two teams we're going to talk about here. So I've kind of left sour taste in my mouth, maybe, but I lean in their direction again here for sure. But it's just a little scary going up against the Phillies bats against left-handed pitchers, as you guys can see. And by the way, Springs, let's check out his righty-lefty split here just real quick before we go on to the next game. For this season, he has, they fill up the lineups with all righties, it seems. They hit 226 off of him, 7 home runs, not giving up a home run to a lefty this year, and his home road splits are still ridiculous. A 6 ERA at home and a 2.45 on the road. So maybe he's just one of those guys. You just can't bet at home here. And by the way, the lefties in the lineup for the Phillies, and again, projected lineup: Bryce Harper, Schwarber. That's it. The rest: Trey Turner, Castellanos, JT, Bohm, Sosa, all those guys, all righty. So nothing for me here, and that will bring us to our final game on the board here. It is Miami Marlins versus the Los Angeles Angels here. I was pretty annoyed yesterday. I tracked. I was like, oh god, I can't wait to fade the Angels, switching cities, and they went from Sacramento to Los Angeles. Wine, you'd know better than me, but that's like a fucking hop, skip, and a jump. So it was frustrating to get that loss yesterday. I thought that we had a chance on the best angle in baseball, but it seems like the Angels are going to keep on their winning streak here. And at this point, I am hoping they do. Line is kind of showing today that they are definitely, live. I don't want to say live because they're minus 180 now. But it seems like they're going to win today's game just based off the market movement. We have 72% of the bets, 89% of the money on them here. And it went from minus 160 at BOL to minus 106 or minus 186, excuse me. So yeah, it seems like they're going to win today. That being said, we'll keep tracking this, I guess. Let's see who they play next. And hopefully they are traveling somewhere so we can fade them here. They play 2 more today and tomorrow against Miami. Then New York comes to town. So that's unfortunate. It looks like we're not going to get that fade off, it seems. So all that to being said, I'm staying off it. Like I said, it seems like the market's saying that the Angels are live here today. 50-50 ticket split each way when it comes to the total. 73% of the money on the under in this game here. And we went from a 9, and let me double check. Actually, on Penny, this hat opened up over 8.5 minus 114. It is now at 8.5 minus 117. So very interesting, but not a game. I will be moving on here. So thank you guys all for joining us here on these Saturday mornings. I know they can be a little hectic with, people coming in and out, people in the chat making their debuts, some, laggy tech issues, whatever it may be. But I appreciate you guys for jumping in here because these live shows are very fun to do with you guys. So shout out to you guys all in the chat making the show very fun. I appreciate it. Let's recap action here real quick. I have 2 bets. I'm going to take the Mets off. The Dodgers against lefties scare me. They do. And if Peterson navigates it, I'll tip my hat. And I said I should have bet the Mets. But Seattle and the Marlins. Oh, God, I keep saying Miami. Seattle, the Mariners, and the Cincinnati Reds are the 2 bets that I've been sitting here agonizing over on how to bet each way. I'm going to refresh real quick one more time my odds sheet just to see where this line has moved. Full game, we have a minus 107, minus 105 at Penny. And for the Reds, we have it opened up at plus 110 to even money. And for the money line for the Cubs, went from minus 122 to minus 108. So that's a much bigger difference there. Okay, I will take, and let me double check the Red bullpen. Sorry, this is I know these is not the fun parts of the show, trying to figure out what the hell I'm going to bet here and all that good stuff. So I apologize for how boring it can be, but I'm going to take the Mariners full game. And these are the most important decisions because I'm going to be agonizing these decisions later today. And I'm going to take the Reds full game as well because of how bad the Cubs bullpen has been. Bullpen update for you guys. The Cubs bullpen is at, and this is just this month, 11th, 3.34 ERA with a 3.5 xFIP and a 4.12 x expected FIP. And the Reds are playing, and those are the Reds, and the Mariners are playing the Astros. Astros, 8th bullpen, 3.20 ERA, 3.52 FIP, and a 4.44 xFIP as well. All right. Maybe I'll regret the Reds full game decision and not first 5. But it is, well, God. You know what? I want to fade Colin Ray. Sorry. I apologize. I'm making this a lot more difficult than it has to be. And again, I know this is not the most entertaining content in the world, but I am making these bets in front of you guys. And these are the important decisions we make throughout our day. And I'm going to take the Reds first 5 money line minus 110. Now, just know if the Reds lose first 5 and win full game, I will be furious out there. My action for today: Milwaukee Brewers, Pittsburgh Pirates over 8.5 minus 120. I had White Sox first 5, but a pitching change is going to knock that out for me. Cardinals minus 121 full game money line. Braves minus 111. Colorado Rockies plus 255. Seattle Mariners minus 108, and the Cincinnati Reds first 5 money line at minus 110. I also, by the way, for you hockey heads out here, I got a text saying that I should bet Denmark plus 2.5 minus 120 from a buddy of mine who watches international hockey, and I bet that as well. For all you guys watching Say Hey Plays, that's just one for you guys to keep with you guys. So thank you guys for jumping in here in the chat. I appreciate it. It'll be a whole lot of fun to watch all the action here today and tomorrow. Tomorrow it's going to be a whole lot of fun. Walk-off wagers back again. Wine Time Sports, Spoons Bets doing their thing Sunday mornings here. And then we have a Sunday night baseball live stream. Mets, Dodgers will be a whole lot of fun. I have invited, just let's keep this between us and everyone watching. I have invited all of the UFC guys to join the live baseball stream, get a little live baseball betting UFC crossover. So that should be a whole lot of fun there as well. So hopefully they can come in and make it. Would be a whole lot of fun. Nasty Nate joining us here as well. Shout out to you, Nasty Nate, and Spoons Bets mentioning Rod Zawacki will be joining the program. So that'll be a whole lot of fun. Shout out to you, Nasty Nate. Shout out to you, Spoons. Let's go out there and have a day, gentlemen. It's going to be a whole lot of fun. If you guys aren't, become members of Pub Sports Radio. It helps out the channel tremendously. Become a gold member to be in the horse races every week for $50. I appreciate you guys. Let's go make some money. Say hey, and we'll see you guys next time.